guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I thought I would talk about my new hair and my current hair routine and my favorite hair products, because I have had a few of you notice that my hair has grown considerably quicker than you could actually grow it yourself, because I've had hair extensions and I am so happy with them. So I thought I would just talk you through why and what I do and how I look after this hair. So yeah, I hope you like this video. I don't normally do lots of beauty videos on my channel, but I thought because it's Vlogist, I would just give it a try and see if you guys like it. So I decided to get hair extensions because my hair has always been something that I have not really loved about myself. My natural hair is quite thin. It's absolutely fine if I have a bob, which if you've followed me for years, you will know I've had like a bob before, and that is quite thick and quite blunt, and that's actually how my husband prefers my hair. He likes it really like bobbed. But I feel so much more glamorous with a bit more hair and volume and thickness. So when I got pregnant with Jackson, I decided to grow my hair longer from a bob. And I was in that really awkward in-between stage, like not being short, not being long, just being like blah. So I was talking to my friend about it, my hairdresser who does my highlights from home. And she had just trained in Easilock. So she was like, well, I can do Easilock for you. Like, we won't go crazy, we won't put too many in, etc. So I was like, cool, let's do it. So I did it, and my husband was really dubious about it. He was like, I don't like hair extensions, because he thought that they would be very obvious. But I only had 80 bonds put in, and I think some people have like 100, 150. So I only have 80, and I think it's really quite natural. The first time she put the extensions in, we cut the extensions up to my natural hairline because I was more bothered about the volume than the length. But this time round I have left them long, because obviously when you curl them up they shorten a bit. I'm still not sure if they're a little bit long, but anyway, I've decided to keep the length and I love it. I feel so glamorous, I feel like a bit younger, I just feel like I've got so much thickness. So I love them, but I have had them now for about 6 months and I have learned a lot about how to maintain them and look after them. Because I use heat on them, it is really important that you use a hair oil. This is the one that I use. This is the rose gold oil, which is actually from Easilocks. And I will put about 5 to 8 pumps in every morning and every night. To begin with, I kind of didn't really take this oil thing very seriously, but obviously because it is human hair, but it's not attached to anything, it is getting no moisture, and it's very porous because it has been dyed and all kinds of things. So you kind of have to replace the moisture to maintain the hair. So I put that oil in every morning and every night. When it comes to washing my hair, I bought the Easilocks shampoo and conditioner. Oh, by the way, this is also not a sponsored video. Like, I spent a lot of money on this hair. But this is the conditioner and the shampoo that I use. They recommend that you use their shampoo and conditioner because it has no SLEs in it. Yeah, it says no parabens, no silicones, no sulfates, no petroleums, no testing on animals. So I bought these ones basically because it is human hair and it is quite pricey. I just want to keep it as long as is possible. So I was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy like all of the proper stuff. So I've got these, but I have to be honest with you, and I hope you don't think I'm gross, but I actually only wash my full head of hair about once a week or every 5 days. It's such a lot to dry and style and everything. I just go as long as possible, and that will also help the hair as well. And in between full washes, I have a little trick that I do every 2 to 3 days, and that is I get the top half of my hair, which is like all my actual hair, and I will wash it over the sink. So I will wash like the top half of my hair, shampoo, conditioner, blow dry it, everything. But I will tie up all of this hair and I will actually just properly wash like this half of my head. So that is one hack that I do, just because blow drying all of this would take so long, especially with 3 children. Like, I just don't have the time. And I also swear by dry shampoo. This is the Batiste one that I love. It is a brilliant blonde version, so it actually has a bit of lightness to it, because obviously if I get roots, I can even use that as a bit of a cover up for the roots. So yeah, I love this and I have used it for ages. But every other day, or if I just want a little bit more texture, or just want it to look a bit drier, I will put this in and I love it. Yeah, and then every now and then I will also do a hair mask. This one smells really good. It's a coconut 3-in-1 mask from Garnier. They sent this to me as like a gift and I used it and I actually really do like it. It smells amazing, and I will just put it in like the ends of my hair, not anywhere near the bonds or anything, and then I will just wash it out. But that is more of a rare thing. And the last thing that I wanted to show you that is the most amazing product is the wet brush. So tangle teasers are also amazing, but I recently decided to try the wet brush, and it's so good for tangles, thin hair, if you have extensions, etc. It just glides through your hair. It doesn't catch on any of the bonds, and I just really rate it. So I have bought about 3 of these now. They're like in every room. I'm like, where's the wet brush? Where's the wet brush? But yeah, I really like that. So when I do a full hair wash, I will come out and I will blow dry it straight quite quickly afterwards, and I'll put the oil in and stuff like that, because this is also a heat protector. Then when it comes to styling my hair, I've been using the Remington wand. So you kind of just wrap the hair around it and like, not like that, but you just like wrap your hair around it and hold. So you have to be careful not to burn your fingers. But yeah, I do really like this, but I am now looking to get a bigger wand. I have been looking at the GHD like bigger wand, but let me know in the comments if you know of any good styling ones like this that will give me like a bigger curl, because that's kind of what I'm looking for now. But I do really like this. It's really handy. It heats up so quickly, and one good thing about it is that you can up the heat or lower it, and because I want to keep the hair like nice for longer, I normally do it like 170, 180, so actually quite a lower heat for my extensions. Yes, but overall I'm so pleased with my hair extensions. I feel like $1,000,000, and now if I make a ponytail with my hair, what used to be like the most pathetic little skinny ponytail is like so much hair, and I really love it. I'm finding it really easy to manage. I'm loving having the Easilock bonds, because I've had glue bonds in the past and I didn't get on with them as well as I'm getting on with these Easilock bonds. So I'm really loving them. They are quite expensive, but what I've been able to do is to buy the hair and then have them put in, and then after 3 months of wearing them, my hairdresser will just take them all out and just move them back up. So I can make these last for about 6 months, and I think that's quite good considering how much I style them and all of that. But you know, they are quite expensive, but because my thin hair was like one of my biggest insecurities that I just really didn't like, because basically what it is I have always hated my ears. So I had big ears and very thin hair, and I was always worried that you would like see my ears. So that's the insecurity behind that. But I just feel like if you can improve stuff about yourself and make yourself feel better, why wouldn't you? Like, I feel so much more glamorous now, and like I wake up in the morning and I just feel like ready to go. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. I may chop a little bit off, but overall I'm just really pleased with them. I hope this wasn't the most rambling vlog ever, and I hope it was useful or you got something from it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye guys.